Today, we're going to talk about one of the scariest videos on the internet. I'll tell you the full story behind this video, and I want you to watch it and then tell me what you think. When this video was first posted, it got no views or attention at all. But when people discovered what it actually contained, suddenly it went viral, racking up millions of views and becoming a trend. So, what's the story behind this video? What's in it? I'll tell you now. But before we start, I want to say, this is my Facebook account. If you want to add me, you'll find the link in the description and in the top comment below the video. Let's get started. How are you all today? I hope you're always doing well. In the summer of 2013, a middle-aged man named Frank arrived in a small town in Nevada called Kingstone. This town, with a population of just over 100 people, is very small, isolated, and cut off from the rest of the state and even the country. There are no traffic lights, just a few simple buildings, like a laundromat and a bar, surrounded on one side by massive mountain ranges and on the other by open desert. At that time, there were only two reasons you'd find yourself living in Kingstone, Nevada. Either you lived there, were visiting someone who did, or you were there to explore the abandoned mines located on the mountain next to the town. Frank came to Kingstone for those abandoned mines. Over the 5 years before 2013, Frank had been traveling across Nevada, California, and the West Coast in general, exploring abandoned mines and filming himself entering them. When he returned home, he uploaded these videos to his YouTube channel. By then, he had uploaded 302 videos, and now, if you check his channel, you'll find over 7,100 videos. Despite the huge number of videos, 95% of them had very few views, and his subscriber count was growing very slowly. So, he dedicated all his time and effort to making these videos without gaining much fame. This means he wasn't doing it for popularity, but was just an enthusiast who loved exploring abandoned mines and sharing his passion with a small audience. If you checked his older videos from 14 or 16 years ago, you'd clearly see the passion in his content. He always knew the history of each mine he entered, and when he found old equipment or machines, he explained them in detail, like a mining expert. He had a comprehensive knowledge base about mines. When Frank arrived in Kingstone in 2013, the only known reason for his visit was his usual desire to explore new mines, film them, and upload videos. But this time, his adventure ended suddenly because of something strange he couldn't explain. But he filmed it, and it was terrifying. The mines Frank planned to visit were two: the Victorine mine and the Horton mine. Horton was built in the late 70s or early 80s and was expected to be a gold mine, but they didn't find gold there. So, they built a second mine about 275 meters above it, where they did find gold. This one was called Victorine. When Victorine was built, they dug a large shaft outside its entrance that went down 275 meters into the mountain to reach the old Horton mine. This was to make it easier to transport the raw gold from the new mine to the processing area underground, instead of hauling it over the mountain with carts. They built a conveyor system to move the ore from the shaft to outside the mine. In 1989, the gold ran out in Victorine, so both mines were permanently closed. These mines are about 7 kilometres from Kingstone's town centre. When Frank arrived in town, he headed west and found the road leading to the mines and started driving towards a huge mountain range. After about 7 kilometres, he reached a sharp curve going up the mountain. The road was narrow and visibility poor, so he parked his car, grabbed his camera and gear, and started walking. He passed several abandoned cabins that workers had used while the mines were operational, now deserted. When he reached these cabins, he approached the mine entrances. The first thing he did was visit Victorine Mine, which was easy to spot because of a huge structure that looked like scaffolding or a giant funnel, part of a rock-crushing machine. Below this funnel was the shaft going down 275 metres to the Horton Mine. Frank entered Victorine and explored it, but there's no video of him entering this mine. The video starts when he exits Victorine and walks to the entrance of Horton Mine. The camera shows the mine entrance, which was covered with metal strips to prevent collapse. The entrance was about 6 meters tall. There was a gate with a sign warning people not to enter, but Frank ignored it and cautiously went inside. At first, he noticed water on the ground inside the entrance, which worried him about possible toxic gases or bacteria, what miners call bad air, which can be deadly if inhaled. He stood hesitantly at the entrance, but noticed footprints indicating someone had entered recently, so he decided to go in a little further, carefully. After walking about 3 meters, he lifted the camera and saw old yellow ventilation pipes hanging from the ceiling, part of the old ventilation system. Then he noticed metal chains hanging from the ceiling. These chains were used to hold the conveyor belt that carried the raw gold along the mine, which was 182 meters long. Although he had seen similar things in other mines, he said in the video that there was something strange about this mine, and he felt uneasy, as if someone was watching him. He decided to keep walking. When he pointed the camera down to film the water on the ground, he noticed the water was flowing like a stream, which reassured him because stagnant water causes pollution. He said this was one of the creepiest mines he'd ever entered because of its dilapidated state, and the chains dangling from the ceiling made it feel like he was inside a hell or torture chamber. As the video progressed, while shining his flashlight inside the mine, he suddenly noticed one of the chains hanging from the ceiling moving on its own. His first reaction was silence and confusion. Then he said he didn't know why the chain was moving. After watching this, he turned off the camera and quickly left. He uploaded the video to his YouTube channel without any explanation. At first, the video received no attention or views, and even his subscribers didn't pay attention to it. Frank himself forgot about it, but a year after uploading, YouTube's algorithms discovered the video, and it became a trend. Everyone started analyzing what happened. Discussions spread among YouTubers, TikTokers, and users on Facebook, Reddit, and all platforms about the video and the strange movement of the chain inside the abandoned mine. People's opinions varied. Some said Frank moved the chain himself to trick viewers and gain views, especially since he is an adventurer who always films abandoned places, looking for paranormal activity. Others said he was just a mine explorer who didn't care about ghosts or spirits, and that he genuinely encountered something strange. In the end, the video got millions of views and greatly increased his subscriber count, and people began asking him to film other similar places. Frank liked the idea and started looking for other supernatural phenomena to satisfy his new audience. As for the video itself, Frank confirmed he isn't sure about its authenticity and left it up to the viewers to decide whether to believe it or not. Think about it. How could a man like Frank, who uploaded hundreds of videos about abandoned mines and never cared about going viral, have planned this trick that only became popular a year after uploading? Could it be that the chain moved because someone else was in the mine, like a homeless person or an animal that ran away when Frank appeared? Or is there another explanation we don't know about? Only God knows. Watch the full video. It's about 3.5 minutes long, and I'll leave the link in the description or comments. After watching, share your opinions and thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, if you like this video, hit the like button and share it on all your social media accounts. God willing, I'll see you in a new episode with new stories. Goodbye.